Once again, good evening, everybody. Today, actually, we are starting the writing task. Okay, that's the plan. So, before we move on to the writing task from today, just I want to play a small video that explain the cultural habits of Asian and European countries. Yeah, every day I play one video before we start our class. Simply, you can learn the habits and the cultural of the other countries. Okay, hope that one, you really love that one. So today, just I want to play that the video. Just watch, then we'll discuss about it.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa.
Right. So can you guess that one? The video based on that which country? Anybody?
Japan.
Yeah, Japan is the right answer. Yes, yes, you are right. Japan is the right answer. Right. We have the Japan. So here, the lesson based on the pronouns. You can see that one, the pronouns. Right? Especially, we have learned a lot about the pronoun, but no problem. So today's lesson definitely will help you to refresh yourself and to get more ideas about the pronouns. Simply just to have that the highlighting words, you can simply we use pronouns. There's an example given to you, okay? For nouns, yeah, that's what we have, the pronouns, yeah, because they help us to avoid repetition. That's really important. So when you ask about my father, you can say my father, my father, my father, my mother, my mother, my mother, my brother, my brother. It's too boring. So especially when we work on the writing, the essay writing, especially when we use in spoken English. So we use a lot of pronouns. So the my father, we replace that one, he. My mother, we use that she. My brother and sister, my brother and sister, my brother and sister. It's too boring, right? So we use the word they. So that's what we have that highlight that one to avoid repetition. The pronouns also, you can see that one, okay? Further, we have that another point, yeah, another point. You could see that one. The pronouns also help our writing sounds more natural and interesting. That is very important, right? The grammar session, but we are linked to the writing session because of that one. It gives a good sound for our writing. So definitely this lesson will help you how to use pronouns effectively in your writing task. That's the plan. Can you look at the example? It's a very nice example. You could see that one. Just to highlight that one. Right? It's a nice example for you. Joan is my best friend. I met Joan when I was at school. So here you can have the Joan, Joan, Joan. It's too boring when you hear about the Joan, Joan, Joan. So just what we do that one, we introduce Joan, that's fine. Okay, we introduce that one. Joan is my best friend. I met Joan. But then I replace the Joan with Yeah, you can see that John is there. But again, I use that him. Look at the next one. Jane and I went to a concert last night, musical program. Jane, I thought that the band were great. So again, Jane and Jane and Jane and I, it's too boring. So see here, simply we can work on that one. Okay, simply you got that idea. Jane and I, the same. Again, we repeat the Jane and I. No problem, we have the Jane and I. Yes, just I replace the word Jane and I for we. So here we have that word him. Here we have that word we. So you forget it. So we have the 5 fingers here. It just I remind you, right? The 5 fingers. So can you please raise your hand and look at your fingers? You have the 5 fingers. Your thumb, right? Look at the thumb. Yes, that's a subject pronoun. Then you have the object pronoun. Then you have the possessive adjective. Then we have the possessive pronoun. And the last one, we have that, yes, reflexive pronouns. Once again, subject pronoun, object pronoun, possessive adjective, possessive pronouns. Then we have the reflexive pronouns. So simply we call as a 5 fingers theory. Shall you practice that one? Okay. Just apply the 5 fingers theory, right, for I. Okay, your thumb is I. Okay. What about that? Object pronoun. I, me. Okay, you are right. Then, my. Yes, that's a possessive adjective. My book, my pen, my pencil. So we have the noun. So we call as a possessive adjective. Then, possessive pronoun. That's a full stop. Mine. Then we have the reflexive pronoun, myself. Yes. So we should remember this concept is very, very important. I, me, my, mine, myself. Okay. So this is why I talk about the 5 fingers theory. You can simply remember that's the subject pronoun, object pronoun, possessive adjective, possessive pronoun, reflexive pronoun. 5 fingers starting with your thumb. Okay. Can you do this activity very quickly for I, we, you just I want to say as a singular you, right? Singular. Make it fast. Then you have the you plural, right in your exercise book. They, okay. He, she, it. Okay. Can you use this 5 fingers theory for I, we, you, they, he, she, it? 5 minutes. Right. So just you can check your answer. So we have that I, me, my, mine, okay, myself. We, us, our, ours. Then we have the ourselves. SCLVES, that's a plural. Put the tick. If it is singular, we have the you, your, yours, yourself, SELF. If it is plural, only we have the chain yourselves, SELVES. He, object is him. Then we have the his, himself. Then we have the she, her. Again, we have the her book, her pen, her father, her mother. That's the possessive adjective. Then we have hers. They, them, their, theirs. What about that? Themselves. Yeah, THEMSC, right? LVES, themselves. So likewise, we have the it, its, ITS. There's no apostrophe, its. Then we have the its and itself. So that's what we have the possessive, right? We have the possessive. Simply you can see that one, right? That's visible to you. Check the spelling, right? Check the spelling. And everything is in the essential English grammar. Just go through that one. So myself, himself, herself. There is no space. Very careful. There is no space. Take a note about that one. Yourself, singular. That's why I give you as a singular plural. And plural yourselves. Just we cut the F and put VES. Ourselves, plural. Themselves. And just you emphasize something else. I did myself. I look at myself in the mirror. He cut himself. So not the others actually. He cut himself with a knife. So if you want to stress something else, we need to do that reflexive pronoun. So simply just remember about the 5-finger theory. So now simply you can complete the chart. The chart is visible to you. Right. Right. Let's go to the activity 1, please. Could you please read the question and complete the blank? Just I want to give you 3 minutes. Make it fast. Once you have finished, just raise your hand. So very careful when you are checking your answer. They, it, her, us, it's, they, it, we. Very careful. Not hers. If it is hers, there's a full stop. Okay, may I know how many of you got all the right answers? That's perfect. Yeah, that's great. Well done. So let's go to the next activity, number 2. This lovely activity. Right. Just take a note about that one. Yeah. Rewrite the text and changing the words in the bold to pronouns. That's the activity we have, that one. The bold letter, you make it as a pronoun. Okay. Just let's go one by one. Okay. The 1 and 2, work on that one. I would like to give you 5 minutes. So my idea is just to put that pronoun at the top. Okay. You can use the pencil first. Then once we have confirmed, you can rewrite that one. Make it fast. It's too easy. I know that one. So when you rewrite, very careful about that punctuations. That's really important. Using the punctuation should be very careful. So simply you can work on that one. They, we, it, her, us. So they is a subject pronoun. We also is a subject pronoun. It also the subject one. But here that's the possessive adjective. Her is there. Then we have the object pronoun. So we use us. That's too easy for you. Okay, let's check the next one. So when we look at the second one, Dave and I. Okay, we know that one. That's a subject pronoun. I is there. So we have we. So then again, the party sound, the subject, it. Yes, you are right. Then we have that subject pronoun talking about the third person plural. So they. Right? Again, it's talking about that they, again, subject. The plural is there. Are is there. So they are the best group. Yeah, they are talking about the singers, the group. And then we have the concert. Yeah, the musical program. So that's what we use, it. Lovely. It's lovely. So look at the number 3. Choose the correct options to complete the summary of the survey. So that's a nice activity. I would like to give you again 3 minutes. Can you please choose the best option? Once again, just I want to remind you, you need to think about is a subject pronoun or the object or the possessive adjective or the possessive pronoun or the reflexive pronoun, the 5 fingers theory. It's easy to remind that theory. So simply you can see that one, right? I asked everybody in my class about what type of films. There's a subject pronoun, we need that one. They liked and why. So there is a right answer. Here's a summary of that set possessive results, right? My results is the right answer. Everybody said, again, subject, they like comedy films because, again, we have the subject for the reason they make, so plural, they is there. So we have that object is a plural. Them laugh a lot and laughing makes them happy. Easy. Some people said, again, subject, they loved horror films, but others hate them because they were too scary or frightened, right? And threatened and gave about them bad dreams. One student said his favorite type of film was musicals because the one student is a singular, he or she, but here we don't have the she, so that's what he choose. He loved to sing the songs in, we use a he is there, right? His car on the way to university every day. Another student said that she, again we have the she is there, any film with Daniel Craig in it, because it's talking about the Daniel Craig, right? Not she. He's a great actor. Some people I know that when you make it as a she, you are not talking about the girl. You are talking about the actor. So Daniel Craig, so he is a great actor. Well done. Okay, most of you have got all the right answers. That's great. So the number 4 actually is a lovely activity for you guys. Just leave it as your homework. So write a summary of the survey using the result in the table below. The table results is given to you. Use this as a sample, right? And can you please write the summary, but very careful about using the, yes, pronoun. That is really important. The pronoun is important. Right? That's up to you. Use a sample is given to you. But very important, when you do the writing, as usual, you have to remember that one. Think about the key information you need to in your summary. That's really important. Right? The key information, we talk about the key information. Right? You need in the summary. Second one, yes, you remember. Think about how can you use the pronouns to avoid the repetition. That's the second thing. And furthermore, you need to think about what is the survey about? What are the key findings? Then the paragraph 3, write about the second key finding. And paragraph 4, write about the third key finding. And finally, as usual, very important, I mark as a red color. Check your writing. Did you check your grammar and spelling? And did you find any mistake? Right, use it as a sample. So simply you can do that one. So in this lesson, actually we work on the pronouns. Just remember this chart, the pronoun chart, and especially our 5-finger theory. Yeah. And even just I want to highlight about that, yeah, the process, I mean, the reflexive pronoun, the knowledge of the reflexive pronoun. The Essential English Grammar will help you. Essential English Grammar. Do some activities, more practice about the plural rules and all these things. We work on that one. Just you can have these activities. That's really useful to you. Right.